As you hit the open road, remember, AAA membership is your ticket to unforgettable moments and more. AAA, we're always with you.
Insiders like Congressman Mike Garcia are getting rich. Private closed-door briefings, secret stock sales. They get rich while the Stock Act 2.0 and stop insider trading in Congress.
Now at 4 tonight, it becomes official. Kamala Harris will reach the pinnacle of her political career from California to the top of the Democratic ticket in the run for the White House. Good afternoon. This is the Ktla 5 News at 4. I'm Samantha Cortese.
And hi there. I'm Courtney Friel. The vice president will make history as the first woman of color to accept the nomination for president of the United States.
It has been a meteoric rise for Harris, who tonight will win her stake for her, who will share her vision for the future of America. Ktla Jean Fenoglio joining us now from the arena in Chicago with what more we can expect. John, how's the energy on this final day?
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. The energy is high here in the United Center. The crowd is buzzing with anticipation for tonight's top speakers, including keynote speaker, Vice President Kamala Harris. California's Alex Padilla is currently on stage right now, rallying Democratic delegates and leaders. This, of course, is going to be a consequential speech for Harris tonight. Let's take you down to the convention floor for a live look at the activity there. This will, of course, be not only a consequential speech for Harris, but it will certainly help define her political career, a career that accelerated at warp speed just 1 month ago after President Biden stepped aside and endorsed his VP for the job. Tonight's theme is called For Our Future. Harris will deliver the keynote address. Other speakers include Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, Arizona Senator Mark Kelly. We'll also see a performance by Pink. And, of course, there will be many other Democratic leaders speaking for Harris. The Harris campaign says the VP will try to introduce a more personal side of herself tonight for Americans. She's expected to talk about her Midwest roots, her values, growing up as the daughter of 2 immigrants. She will undoubtedly highlight her experience as a prosecutor and senator from California, and we can expect her to contrast her vision for the future against that of former President Trump's. All week, Harris and her surrogates have been offering an optimistic message, offering a message using words like pride, joy, and hope. It's a message that harkens back to 2008 when Barack Obama ran for president and offered his voters hope for the future. Last night, America was introduced to Harris's running mate, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz. He talked about his love for family and country, his service as a teacher and member of the National Guard. He also highlighted the importance of simply being a good neighbor. Walz had heavyweight celebrity and political star power behind him, including former President Bill Clinton, who talked about not only the steadiness, but the decency Harris would bring to the nation. It was a message that was hit home by media mogul Oprah Winfrey, who declared that Harris and Walz will renew a sense of decency and respect in America. Delegates we've been speaking here at the convention agree. Listen.
The people in this room say she has broad appeal, but how do you flip those undecided voters or those swing state voters?
Well, I think you just got to ensure that there's a clear contrast, not only between the candidates, and I think that contrast is pretty clear, but also in a contrast of the visions for our country. And I think the contrast is pretty clear there as well.
Say more.
Well, you have a contrast of Kamala Harris and Tim Walz that are planning to move our country forward, fighting for the people, fighting for our freedoms, fighting for our future, and a vision for America that takes us backwards to some incredibly dark days. We have been there before, and as our Vice President says, soon to be President Harris says, we're not going back.
All right, protests continue here outside the United Center. All of those demonstrators calling for an end to U.S. support for Israel. Chicago police say no arrests were made last night. If past is prologue, we could see some more celebrity surprises tonight. Will Beyonce perform? We just don't know, but of course, we will be here to bring you all the latest. For now, reporting live in Chicago, I'm John Fenoglio. back to you in Hollywood.
John, we thought you would have the confirmation of Beyonce.
Listen, I'm trying. Trust me. I've been running around this convention hall all day trying to get the inside scoop. But they keep these things buttoned up, not the least of which is the Secret Service, who are all over this place. But listen, we've seen some big surprises. We didn't know until the last minute that Oprah would be speaking last night. And when she walked out here, the room shook with excitement. So make no mistake about it. We'll see some kind of surprise. We just don't know yet.
Yes, you've got a great view. John, thank you.
And stay with KTLA for continuing coverage of the 2024 Democratic National Convention. We have special coverage of the primetime addresses tonight at 7 right here on KTLA 5. Our digital team constantly updating those stories at KTLA.com. Check it out anytime. And don't forget those notifications. Turn them on from our free KTLA 5 News app.
In other news at 4 o'clock, a manhunt is underway in Arizona for a convicted sex offender accused of threatening to shoot former President Donald Trump. Authorities are searching for 66-year-old Ronald Lee Shrewd. Police say he has multiple warrants, including failure to register as a sex offender and felony hit and run. This comes as Mr. Trump is visiting the southern border in Cochise County, Arizona, where he commented on the ordeal during a News Nation interview. Listen.
The sheriff can I tell you something? Sure. We're in danger standing here talking, so let's not talk any longer. No, I know about it, but they don't want me standing here. They don't want you standing here either. Have a good time. Thank you very much.
The sheriff there says they've ramped up security at the event, which is taking place outside at the U.S.-Mexico border.
As we said, that threat to the former president happened as he traveled to the Arizona-Mexico border to address immigration and record border crossings. Republicans say the border has been ignored by Democrats in office, specifically Vice President Harris.
The final gaps of the wall were about to be sealed. Then Kamala came in and dismantled every single Trump border policy.
Former President Trump and Senator J.D. Vance have been campaigning in battleground states during the Democratic National Convention.
Here at home, the owner of the hazardous hoarder property in Sun Valley that you've heard so much about faced a judge today. Maria Ferreira showed up to court this afternoon after a judge issued a bench warrant. The property off Latuna Canyon has been involved in a years-long legal battle over the accumulation of trash and other potentially hazardous waste piles. Ferreira blames the condition of that property on what she calls her son's mental health issues, saying that he is a hoarder. A family member spoke after the hearing.
Basically pushing us to believe that that you can force an addict to change, to acknowledge they have a problem and change. And it's been extremely rough on the family. Extremely. You have no clue.
No idea.
And for people to not acknowledge that there is an elephant in the room and to see that that is addiction and that you cannot force a person to change is the biggest blunder of this entire debacle, whatever you want to call this.
And earlier today, a team of city workers escorted by LAPD officers returned to the property, though it's not yet clear exactly why they were there. Sky 5 also spotted a man in police custody. Authorities described that man only as a felony suspect and did not specify the connection to the home, if any.
Local business owners are fed up and frustrated after more brazen burglaries across the area.
Yeah, the thieves caught on camera using vehicles to smash into stores. KTLA 5's Corinne Winter is in North Hollywood, where burglars tried but failed to get into one.